It's a great way to look at it. Now, also,
The team to beat is Columbus right now. After Columbus, the team to beat is Vancouver.
yes, definitely. Now you had a chance to play, on both sides of the conference. You had Kansas City and Dallas from the Western Conference, and of course you played the Eastern Conference so far. Which conference do you think is better this year?
Well, I don't know. I know that Chivas are a good team.
Yes,
They're really good.
you guys put the end of the undefeated the start to that season. That was a great blip in their record.
Yeah, but they've got a good team. I don't know, I don't know enough to make a judgment on that, and I don't really like judging people and giving comments or my opinion on something I don't really know about. So I don't know about much of the other teams.
All right, that makes sense. Now you notice Vancouver is coming up for the Canadian Championship. So is everyone excited for the berth into the CONCACAF Champions League?
Yeah, definitely excited. Because last year we didn't do well in the Canadian Championship. So this year we've got a lot to prove.
Yeah, now even today, the UEFA Championship game, I was watching your Twitter and you were watching the Arsenal-Manchester United game. Who do you think is the favorite to win it overall?
The favorite to win it overall?
Yeah.
My team. Manchester United.
No, I'm surprised.
Yeah, we're gonna win it. Guaranteed.
You think so?
I know so, mate.
Oh, I'm a gunner, but you do have a point.
You're a gunner, you mean? You're a gunner.
Oh yeah, if you say so. Now
Yeah.
I am awfully surprised because I know you started out in the Arsenal youth, and then you got you transferred over to Tottenham. Now, how did you become a Manchester United fan?
Because I just think, from when I was a young boy, I just was attracted to how they were playing at the time. Because at the time when I was at Arsenal, when I was a kid, they wasn't the team playing the good football necessarily. They played more of a long ball approach at that time. Yeah, because when I got to the team, Arsene Wenger wasn't there. I was young. George Graham was the manager, and they had Bruce Rioch. Then all of a sudden, Arsene Wenger came, and everything changed. And Man United, the thing about Alex Ferguson, he was bringing through so many young players, so I could relate to that because I was a young player. And it's just seeing that, I just grew, you could say, some affection towards them.
Oh yeah, that definitely makes sense concerning from that point of view.
Beckham, they're bringing through Beckham, Giggs, Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, the Neville brothers, and these guys were young, and he was giving them an opportunity to play. And look at them now.
Yeah, up 1-0 on the semifinals legs on the first leg of the Champions League.
Mm.
Now, talking about the pitch, you're on the pitch a lot, but you also do a lot in the charities works. Why don't you tell us about the couple of the charities that you volunteer for, such as Athletes for Africa and the Right to Play?
Oh, Athletes for Africa. That's an amazing cause. It's like Steve Nash and Athletes for Africa. They've got together to, you could say, create a program. It's called Football for Good, which is using football and the resources in football, whether it be financial or just merely contacts, to create and raise awareness and help produce opportunities for children in war-torn countries, starting with Uganda. And obviously football's the number one sport in the world, so the resources are huge. So if we can use that to try and help these people, because these people are human beings just like us, and they didn't choose to live such, you could say, live in such terminal situations. They don't deserve this. Same like the thing about us living over here, we don't realize that we have one of the best things ever, and it's called choice. We have a choice what we're going to do today, what we're going to wear, what we're going to eat. They don't have that choice. So,
right.
I think that when you get yourself in a good situation, I'm not a millionaire, but I don't have to be a millionaire to help somebody. So by doing it, I'm helping them, but I'm also setting an example that you don't need to have lots of money to help. I'm using, you could say, more my presence and my visibility to help that situation. So what I'm going to be doing is donating a certain amount of money every time Toronto FC get a win, and then every time I score a goal or an assist. So there's a lot of people that have joined in, and whoever listens to this interview and here's whoever listens to this and they've already donated. I just want to say thank you and keep spreading the word because we're doing a real big thing.
Great. Now, where can people sign up for and help donate to your charities?
Just go to athletesforafrica.com and then you can type in Rowan Ricketts and you find my campaign page.
Excellent. Well, I applaud you for all your charity work, and be sure that the Buffalo City FC we're gonna help on add on to your charitable work.
That's nice, man. That's good. I appreciate that, man. And just remember that you're doing a good thing. Just think about all the people that will be benefiting from it in the end.
Yes, definitely. So Rohan Ricketts, I applaud you for all your work. Best of luck to Toronto FC on the pitch this year.
Sir.
And I hope Manchester United fails miserably in the second leg.
Okay, well, just when they you just keep up to date with my Twitter because when we knock Arsenal out, your team, I'll go on my Twitter and I'll send a special message for you.
All right, I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, next week. What time is the game finish? Probably like 4:45.
Okay, I'll be sure to do that.
It's about 4:45 next week. I have a special message for you, just to make sure you're not crying too much.
All right, then I'll sure have everyone else on the Buffalo City FC Aggro podcast to check that out too. So, Rohan Ricketts, I would like to thank you for your time, and best of luck.
Thank you very much.
We really do support Rohan Ricketts and his charities. We really urge everyone to go up there. We're going to have links up on our website in our friends section. We also have enemies. We do urge you to check out our enemies.
Enemy number one, Pat Sweeney.
Enemy number one being the Erie Admirals, just because they're our closest rival, and that's going to be our derby. We're actually going to we're going to start. Buffalo is the head of the. Our city is, the capital of Erie County. Well, it just so happens that Erie, Pennsylvania.
The capital Erie. How many beers have you had?
The county seat. It's the county seat, for Christ's sake. You didn't pay attention to government. I am commandeering this podcast, and I will be the moderator from now on. Okay, from an outsider's perspective, I just want to get everybody on the same page here. When you say the Buffalo City FC will have a derby with the Erie Admirals of Erie, Pennsylvania, in Erie County, which I believe is the major tie-in here, as we're both within Erie County. What is a derby? Jake.
First of all, it's pronounced Derby. And the Derby is normally the rivals. That's what it is today. Like today, we were watching the Toronto FC Columbus game.
Like Bills Dolphins.
Bills Dolphins.
But they don't call it a derby.
Yeah, actually they do call it Derby, but there's actually
Dolphins?
Not for the Bills and Dolphins, but for the Toronto FC in Columbus, they have the Trillium Cup. Now the winner of the season series actually wins this trophy. What we're hoping to do is to get Buffalo City FC and Erie to get some sort of Erie County Cup or something together. Try and make it more interesting.
Honestly, as an outsider, I don't think it is more interesting. Just because you're trying to force and forge some sort of rivalry for whatever corporate greed, monetary kickbacks this will get. I just don't see it. Rivalries are supposed to grow on their own.
That's where you're wrong. Actually, this rivalry did kind of grow on its own. It is the closest team, so you get a lot of people from Toronto who take buses or drive themselves from Toronto to Columbus, and that kind of started 2 years ago because of the fact that people couldn't get tickets to the Toronto games, so they drove down to Columbus. So this isn't really a way to what would you say, forge a rivalry. It kind of happened on its own, and then the league kind of grasped on by the Trillium Cup. That's the first I've heard of it today. I think that's pushing it.
Now, for the Buffalo City FC Erie, what happened was back when there was this club formerly known as Queen City FC. What happened was they actually had some players from Erie. So this is going to be great that they're actually going to play for their hometown, and we have our players playing for our hometown. And hopefully it is going to be a better heated battle.
Who's going to affect football in Buffalo?
Football.
Yes, see.
I don't know. Pig flu, swine flu, whatever what you want to call it, H1N1.
I believe it's all originating from South America. So depending upon how many players are from South America,
I believe we have a couple.
It may be
Jesus.
impacted.
No!
First of all, it started in Mexico, which is still part of North America.
Has anybody seen 28 Days Later?
Oh yes, Dan, I have. Why?
I believe that's swine flu.
No, that's the rage virus.
that movie was ahead of its time. It predicted the swine flu epidemic,
It was
and
like Back to the Future, but in medical terms. Oh God.
What are we gonna do now? 28 days later.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to a Buffalo City FC game.
Woo! Buffalo City FC. We are so excited for this season. Now the season starts at, I believe, Reading, Pennsylvania versus FC Revolution.
Reading, Pennsylvania is a shithole.
Pennsylvania is a crap hole.
Yeah, that's why the beautiful agents over at NPSL stuck us in the Keystone Conference playing these stupid Pennsylvania teams.
Bad conference, bad beer. Keystone, we don't want you.
I concur.
We were talking about getting some sort of sponsorship of beer. Keystone, do not contact us. Do not at all.
That means you too, Milwaukee's best.
Keystone Light. If you send me a text message at 3 in the morning wanting to be my friend and wanting to sponsor this show, you will not get a response. I'm through with you.
Keystone is the ex-girlfriend. It just won't stop bugging you. Every time I go to Tops, it's there. She won't leave me alone, damn it. Keystone, leave me alone. Jake, back to...
And with that note, we are going to continue our beer drinking. We would love to thank everyone for checking out our first podcast. Be sure to check out later this week where we will have an up-to-date new interview with Buffalo City FC head coach Mike Scher. So with that, we thank you, and please be sure to check in. And if you have any questions that you would like to ask us that we would be willing to answer on air, we will. You can email us at theaggrosofbuffalo@gmail.com. The link is also on our website. Also, be sure to check out our shop section where you can prepay.
Pre-order, asshole.
Pre-order, prepay, whatever. We got scarves coming. They're cool. Hopefully we'll have them for the first home game of the season, so please be sure and help support us. So with that, we bid you adieu.
We want to say goodbye each, too. Just one quick note. The NPSL League runs approximately from June until August?
No, from May to July.
Oh, so May to July. Why are you going to wear scarves in the dead of summer? But you know what? I like it. It's supporting football in Buffalo.
If you're drunk, you wear a scarf in the summer. Soccer fans are drunk.
Soccer fans are drunk, apparently, during the summer, and it is the reason that they will wear it. I'm cool with that. I was just curious.
It's just what happens.
I'm Dan Sixpack. I'm just new to this whole thing.
Well, I understand Dan Sixpacks about wearing scarves in Buffalo. Usually people do it in the wintertime, but, hopefully there will be other merchandise available, such as training kits and other available.
Dan Sixpack bobbleheads.
Yes.
I like that. If anyone wants it, please email us, and we will get on that right away. So with that, we would like to thank you again, and join us next week. Bye-bye.